how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, then hit the bell so you don't miss any videos and stay well inside in our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's get started. Memoirs of Daishinkan. In a peaceful moment at Zenos' palace, Daishinkan reflected on his distant past. Memories of him went back to a time long before the creation of the multiverses. It is time to share my origins with the gods. The beginning of time. Daishinkan explained to the gods that he was an ancient entity that existed before the creation of the multiverse. He was a witness to the events that led to the formation of the universes. I saw the first rays of the universe. My existence is as old as time. The primordial knowledge. Daishinkan possessed profound knowledge about the nature of existence and the cosmos. He shared his understanding with the gods, teaching them the fundamental principles of creation and divine order. My knowledge is grounded in the essence of the multiverse, the role of guide and mentor. As time passed, Daishinkan took on the role of guide and mentor to the gods, assisting them in understanding their own power and responsibility. My mission is to guide and preserve divine order in the multiverse. The Grand Priest's legacy. Daishinkan's memories revealed an ancient past and an eternal purpose. He was a witness to the creation of the multiverses and a key figure in preserving the divine order. His legacy was intertwined with the very essence of the multiverse, and his wisdom was invaluable to the gods that surrounded him. The meeting with Zama. The memoirs of Daishinkan. Amid his reflection on the past, Daishinkan recalled a very special encounter that occurred in the early days of the multiverse. There was a time when the fate of the universes was in the hands of a few. The meeting with Zama. Daishinkan shared with the gods present in the moment when he, as an ancient entity, had his first encounter with Zama, the divine dragon responsible for creating the Super Dragon Balls. Zama and I talked about the future of the multiverse. He had the power to create the Super Dragon Balls, which contain the destinies of all universes. The divine decision. In this first conversation, Zama and Daishinkan defined the structure and principles that would govern the multiverse. They decided that gods of destruction and supreme kais wouldn't be needed to maintain balance and divine order. I will create the Super Dragon Balls to represent the destiny of the universes. It is up to you, Daishinkan, and the other divine beings to protect this balance. The Divine Pact. The encounter with Zama resulted in a divine pact that shaped the role of the gods of destruction and the supreme kais in preserving divine order. Daishinkan and Zama worked together to create a system that ensured instability and balance in the multiverse. This meeting defined the course of the multiverse and the divine responsibility we carry to this day. Daishinkan's memoirs highlighted the importance of the past in shaping the present and the essential role it played in defining order and balance in the multiverse. His story was a testament to the decisions that led to the current state of the multiverse. The creation of the Super Dragon Balls. The meeting with Zama. Daishinkan continued to share his memories with the assembled gods. This time, focusing on a pivotal moment in which he witnessed the very creation of the Super Dragon Balls. Zama, the Divine Dragon, and I had a sacred site to witness the creation of the Super Dragon Balls. The power of Zama. Zama, with a celestial form, floated majestically in space, emitting a divine glow. He began to conjure the Super Dragon Balls with his immense power. With my power, I will create the Super Dragon Balls that will contain the fate of all universes. The manifestation of the Super Dragon Balls. As Zama chanted ancient words, the Super Dragon Balls began to emerge. They were sparkling spheres, each representing the essence of a specific universe. It was a spectacle of beauty and divinity. Each sphere was unique and brilliant, containing the destiny of a universe. The pact with the gods. Zama, after creating the Super Dragon Balls, made a solemn pact with Daishinkan and the gods present. He explained that the stability of the multiverse would depend on them to ensure that the Super Dragon Balls were not used recklessly. The Super Dragon Balls are a divine gift, but their use must be careful and considerate. It is up to you to maintain balance. The beginning of a divine journey. The encounter with Zama marked the beginning of a divine journey for Daishinkan and the other gods. They had the responsibility to protect the universe and the stability to protect the Super Dragon Balls and ensure that the fate of the universes was preserved. This moment defined our divine mission and the importance of the Super Dragon Balls in our lives. Daishinkan's memories highlighted Zama's special role in the creation of the Super Dragon Balls and the responsibility he and the other gods accepted in preserving balance in the multiverse. Divine choice. The age of change. Daishinkan continued to share his memories, now reaching an important transition point in his life. It was a time when the ancient Grand Priest was approaching the end of his long existence. The time of change was approaching, and the former Grand Priest was about to retire. Zenos' selection of guards. Zenos' guards, vigilant and wise, were tasked with choosing the next High Priest. They were responsible for ensuring the continuity of the Divine Order. The choice of the next High Priest is a critical decision. We must find someone wise and trustworthy. The divine decision. After a careful and deliberate search, Zenos' guards identified Daishinkan as the ideal successor. His wisdom, ancestral knowledge, and commitment to preserving divine order made him the right choice. Daishinkan is the chosen one. His dedication to the balance of the multiverse is unparalleled. The call of duty. Daishinkan received the news with humility and determination. He was willing to take on the role of High Priest, aware of the enormous responsibility it entailed. I accept the call of duty with gratitude. I will be the guardian of the Divine Order, the beginning of a new era. Daishinkan's selection as the new High Priest marked the beginning of a new era in the multiverse. It was ready to lead and continue to preserve stability and balance between the universes. My journey as a High Priest began, and I was determined to maintain divine order and peace in the multiverse. Daishinkan's selection as the new High Priest represented a fundamental transition in the multiverse, with the continuation of his mission to protect and guide the divine order. The Pledge of Allegiance. The passage of power. With the decision to become the new Grand Priest, Daishinkan was taken to Zenos' palace, where a ceremony would take place to mark the transition of power. I stood before Zenos ready to take office and swear loyalty. The solemn oath. Before Zenos and all the assembled gods, Daishinkan swore a solemn oath that echoed throughout the multiverse. I swear to protect and serve Zenos with my entire existence. I will be the guardian of his life and his will. Zenos' consent. Zenos, with his gentle and benevolent gaze, consented to Daishinkan's oath. He knew that he was handing over the responsibility of protecting his life to someone worthy of trust.
I accept your oath, Daishinkan. You are the High Priest and my faithful guardian.
The eternal commitment. Daishinkan, with determination and humility, accepted the responsibility of being Zenos' guardian. He was committed to preserving the life of the Supreme Ruler and protecting the Divine Order. My commitment is eternal. I will do whatever it takes to keep Zenos safe and ensure harmony in the multiverse. Daishinkan's oath of loyalty sealed his position as the High Priest and guardian of Zenos and marked the beginning of a lasting partnership in maintaining the Divine Order. The shadow of the past. Daishinkan's worry. As the years passed, Daishinkan became Daishinkan became preoccupied with the persistent thought, the possibility that Zama, the Divine Dragon, would one day return to claim Zenos' throne. My mind began to worry about the return of Zama, such an ancient and powerful being. Zama, the impossible return? The gods discussed the possibility of Zama's return. Some believed it was impossible, while others considered the threat real. Zama cannot return.
He created the Super Dragon Balls and disappeared.
But what if he returns with intentions of claiming Zenos' throne? The duty to protect Zenos. Daishinkan recognized that as a Grand Priest and guardian of Zenos, it was his duty to protect the Supreme Ruler of all costs, regardless of threats that might arise. I have sworn to protect Zenos, and that includes protecting him from any threat, even if it is Zama. Preparations for the unimaginable. Daishinkan began planning additional security measures to ensure that Zenos was protected against any possible return of Zama. He gathered divine advisors to discuss defense strategies. Our priority is Zenos' safety. We must be prepared for the unimaginable. Daishinkan's concerns over Zama's return cast a shadow over the multiverse. As the gods prepared to face a threat that could shake the established order, the uncertainty of the future hung in the air, as the possibility of protecting Zenos weighed heavily on the Grand Priest's shoulders. The determination of Daishinkan, the promise of protection. Faced with the perceived threat of Zama's return, Daishinkan relied on the gods and proclaimed their determination to protect Zenos at any costs. If Zama dares to return with evil intentions, I will be prepared to face him and protect our beloved supreme ruler. The intense preparation. Daishinkan began training and preparing like never before. He studied ancient techniques and strengthened his connection with the gods of destruction and Kaioshin, seeking power that would allow him to fulfill his purpose. I will leave nothing to chance. I will be prepared to face Zama if he returns. The alliance with the gods. He also worked closely with the other gods to strengthen the divine alliance and ensure that everyone was united against any threat. Daishinkan is our leader in the defense of Zenos. Our unity will be our strength. The renewed oath. Before all the gods, Daishinkan swore a solemn oath that if Zama returned with evil intentions, he will face him without hesitation. If my duty as High Priest requires me to face Zama, then I will do so. Nothing will threaten Zenos' safety as long as I am alive. With his resolve strengthened and his preparation intense, Daishinkan was ready to protect Zenos against any threat that might arise, including Zama's return. The promise of defense was a testimony to their devotion to the supreme ruler and divine order. To be continued. So hey, my partner, what do you believe in and what do you imagine about all of this? Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, then hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.